is a presentation of WGN Sports.
On a blustery Friday afternoon in Chicago, it's time to play a little long ball, and that slugger might be ready in a few years. The question is, are the Cubs and Reds ready to take on Mother Nature and each other today in Game 1 of a 4-game weekend series? It's the first-place Reds and the surging Cubs. All the action of Game 1 of the series coming up here on WGN Sports. And hello again, everybody. This is not Greg Maddux or Greg Maddux Jr. Chip Caray, Steve Stone. It's Greg Maddux Jersey Day, and you look very fine wearing the pinstripes once again.
Well, thank you. It's number 31. When I was here, I wore number 30. Maddux had a somewhat more successful career, so we'll wear his jersey today. And there's the real thing with Greg Maddux trying to turn it around in the early going. Remember, he got off to a slow start last year, and he'll turn it around this year.
Well, as I said in Spinal Tap, he was just one more. That explains an awful lot.
Right.
One more home run would be very nice for the Cubs today. Certainly Sammy Sosa is chasing Ernie Banks, and the Cubs, Tony, have hit a lot of home runs of late.
With the wind blowing out and the Cubs having 51% of their runs scored via the home run, the Reds last in the league in percentage of runs scored via the home run. You figure they have a big advantage. The Cubs have hit 16. The Reds have hit just 7. And with Kearns out of the lineup today with a sore hand, they've got an advantage. Mitre against Harang, and I think the Cubs might have an advantage there. So let's see if the Cubs can overtake the Reds.
How about Sergio's last time out? You can't pitch any better than Sergio did. No decision down in Atlanta.
That was a redeemer for him because his first major league start was against Atlanta in Atlanta, and he got pounded around. And last time he established that he could get the breaking ball over early. As for the Reds, Harang going to the mound, and Aaron came over from the Oakland Athletics. He was their best pitcher in spring training. He's got to contend with a red-hot Michael Barrett, who's hitting .500 at home. That's among the league leaders in home cooking hitting.
Well, let's return the favor. Cincinnati handed the Cubs at the Great American Ballpark. They took 2 of 3. It's Game 1 of a 4-game series here on WGN. But first, our national anthem.
You see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
brave. Chicago Cubs baseball, brought to you by Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here. Comcast Digital Cable. More Chicago sports now in high def. The Illinois Lottery. Have a ball with the Illinois Lottery during their 30th anniversary celebration. By Pepsi. It's the Cola. And by Southwest Airlines. Non-stop service to 59 destinations all across the country. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.